So, Nick, yeah, you've been in Europe and I've been subbing in for you. So, what have you been up to?
Yeah, I've been over in Europe a couple times, 3 times now. So jet lag, all that stuff, but it's fun. Out for the team I built back in 2019, Theory Racing. It's changed a lot. It's an Enduro World Cup team. And this year we had 6 races so far. It's gone really well. Just one more week in France coming up that we're getting ready for. And, the biggest thing I'm looking for is Julie, my fiance. She has the chance to be 5th overall in the EDR. And it's just 20 points away. Just needs to push for it.
That's massive.
It is massive. Being 5th in the world is massive. And she's been working so long for it, and so is the team too. So, yeah, back in 2019, I basically left the team I was with at Santa Cruz and started the program with a couple of friends of mine. It was Daniel Self and Brady Stone, some very fast riders I basically grew up racing with them, and it was awesome. And Santa Cruz backed us for a couple of years. We ended up moving to Yeti, which was really cool, and we raced with Bradley Harris. Julie was along for the ride too, and it was cool because I was able to build like a support structure for me and also the other riders because I was still racing in the beginning. And then around like 2022, it made a lot more sense for me to just focus on the team management stuff because I could do so much more for the riders and the sponsors affiliated by just managing and doing logistics and supporting them than I was racing. I was good, but it was clear that I had to have a couple more screws loose to really make it in Enduro World Cup. And I always like to ride sort of more within my limits. And when your limits are X far and I didn't want to cross them and just write myself off, it was like, okay, not going so fast, going fast, but not so fast, at least at a world level. Let's work on this. And it's grown into something pretty cool. We were able to have a few, out of industry partners, tech partners, different bike brands, different tire brands. So I was able to work with a lot of different partners, and it taught me a lot about, business management, sponsorship, being a racer, sponsoring racers, kind of both sides to that. So
yeah, it's been really cool. I've been watching your team for a couple of years now, and it's really been cool to see your progression. And like your guys' setup, in my opinion, it looks the sickest out of any of the teams out there too.
This year, it's kind of the biggest, honestly, because there's been a couple teams pull out of Enduro with sort of the choppy waters, and we've stuck through. And just, by chance, we got one more tent, and all of a sudden we're the biggest. Yeah. And we're just out there trying to have a good time.
So what's your plan from here? Like, what's the goal with the team? What's your future? Are you gonna stick to Enduro EDR? Are you gonna try to dabble in downhill? Like, what's the plan?
Yeah, it's a hard question to answer. At the moment, we need to have significantly more sponsorship to make it work financially, and it's exactly now that time. So if you want to sponsor Theory Racing, hit me up. We'll make it work. But it's very uncertain. We want to try to continue in some capacity. We have a pretty cool development team affiliation with the Speed Project. And we made a cool video on that we'll put out soon. And no matter what, they can be out there racing and flying the flag. For me, the most important thing is making sure that those guys have the support they need and the equipment they need. And then also Julie. And whether that's racing full World Cups, whether that's racing in California and doing a couple of the best ones, I don't know. But at the same time, I'm juggling a lot. I have Recon, I have the podcast, we have all this stuff we're working on. So I just need to make sure it all makes sense within that lens.
Yeah.
One thing I'm really proud about is we had a junior world championship. Bailey Christie last year got the under 21 Enduro World Championship title, or World Series title. There was no U21 World Champs at the time.
Yeah, you got a couple injuries too, right? Like during the season.
Yeah, this year coming up, he went from U21 champion to elite. Super proud of him. He went directly into the top 10 elite, which is like almost no one can do.
That's insane. Yeah.
And it's just tough because Enduro is, and especially how the team is built as an independent program, it's really hard to have the right amount of support because brands, when they get into Enduro, they want to own the entire structure. They want to say, like, if we're getting into this, if we're going to put that sort of money, we need to make sure we're controlling everything. So it's a little bit hard from the start, but it also adds the flexibility that when a brand believes in us and our vision, that we can do our version of our best for those sponsors. And that's usually what they're sold on is they like what we've done in the past. Let's go. And but yeah, unfortunately for Bailey, just bad injury this year, broke his elbow pretty recently. So he's out for the season. But I'm stoked to see, his future too. Like I said, I don't know exactly where the team's going, but we're just hoping for the best, working for the best, and we'll go from there.
Yeah, I'm here to watch it.
Nice one.
I'm excited.
Yeah.